morons. It seems like they're everywhere you turn. Every single day they invade the headlines. Another half-wit criminal with a half-baked scheme. Another social media simpleton going viral. Another Florida man stretching the bounds of stupidity. Or another pack of SJWs throwing a temper tantrum. And that's not even the worst of it. From the empty talking heads on the cable news channels, to the humorless hacks in Hollywood, to the pea-brained politicians pulling the puppet strings, everywhere you look, there's another idiot telling you how to live your life.
Like, people should be able to, like, eat what they want, do what they want.
Absolutely not.
I mean, it's not like he's going out there in his campaign ads like, Joe Biden is a reptile man.
He keeps the streets of Gotham City much safer than Commissioner Gordon, but he doesn't wear a badge because Batman doesn't have to follow any rules.
You know, all the kids started ganging up on him and calling him a little googly-eyed, pitchy-pants jelly boy.
Oh, I say the N-word all the time now. You know, I just go out on the strip and I scream it.
You say a succubus?
Whoa, reference.
A succubus. You don't know what a succubus is. You mean you're talking like Cardi? Like Cardi B? I heard she got that wop.
Well, Jay and Anissa have had enough. Armed with clever satire, madcap humor, and the craziest cast of characters in podcasting, they're lining up and taking aim at the world of stupidity every single week. Because it is time to go to war. The War on Morons.
It is Monday, October 12th, 2020, and you are tuned in to episode 50 of The War on Morons. I'm Jay.
And I'm Anissa, and can you believe we've done this 50 times?
That's right. I mean, we're really excited today to bring you the only show online where we speak truth to stupidity every single week, going back pretty much a full year now. So thanks for joining us.
With this being such a big show for War on Morons, we've combed the headlines for some extra special stupidity this week, and I have a feeling we're going to be hearing from a lot of our most notable nutcases.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it, and we'll get right to the headlines in about a minute. But first, we want to remind you, as always, please subscribe to our 100% free RSS feed at thewaronmorons.podbean.com so you never miss an audio episode. And follow us on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, or Facebook to catch our video stream every Monday night.
Absolutely. And as we announced last week, The War on Morons is a finalist in the Hameen Media Group 5-star star search. So stay tuned to our social media channels. Look for an announcement on how to vote for WOM.
And finally, if you're watching now and you want to be part of the show, dial up our hotline, 813-906-9099 to catch us on the air, or leave us a voicemail, or, hey, even better, just say hi down in the comment section. And we'll say hi back.
Awesome. And now let's start the celebration with this week's top morons. You got anything good?
Oh, yeah. I've got a lot of good stuff this week. So, for our first story, we have a group of soft-brained celebrities doing what they do best, preaching about politics in the most absolutely annoying manner possible.
Odd. I would think that they would be best at, singing or acting or, their respective talents. But,
No, I mean, they don't have time for that. Come on, there's a pandemic. They're struggling on Zoom and telling us who to vote for.
Great.
So yeah, last week, 16 Hollywood liberals stripped naked to cut a cringeworthy PSA encouraging Americans to vote by mail.
I mean, to be fair, I guess that is one way to get people's attention, but
I'm not even making this up. I mean, honestly, with the group that they picked, I wish I was. But yeah, they're all butt naked in this video. The whole thing's a stretch too. It's like a play on words about making sure that your ballot is in the right envelope or whatever. So it's not a naked ballot. But really, it's just an excuse to, strip down and stump for Biden.
Yeah, because nothing says #MeToo like taking off your clothes to help some creepy old accused sexual predator gain even more political power. I mean, you know.
Yeah, and
right on brand.
Considering these naked celebrities included Mark Ruffalo, Josh Gad, and fucking Amy Schumer. Like, I think they'd help him more if they just kept their clothes on and stayed dressed.
Oh my god. That just, not sound promising. All right, well, speaking of staying covered up, Gavin Newsom has weighed in once
Is Gavin Newsom getting naked?
Mask debate. Stay tuned, because according to a tweet from the California governor's office last week, restaurant diners should now wear the face coverings in between bites to stop the spread of COVID-19. So far from naked, in fact, even more covered up than we were before.
So in between bites,
correct.
I mean, I guess if Gavin Newsom says, like, am I supposed to scrub my table with Lysol and like splash on some hand sanitizer between every sip of my drink too?
Look, maybe if everyone took these minor, easy, very necessary measures, California would let its restaurants open to more than 25% capacity and maybe even serve a glass of wine by itself.
Oh.
I mean, you know, it's very simple. I mean, you're going to be chewing anyways. What's the difference if you put the mask on or if the mask is off? Am I right?
Right. Like once the mask is off, it's off. Like, it's stupid enough that you have to take it off, like, to walk 10 feet to the table. Or, like, you put it on when you walk in the restaurant. You walk to your table 10 feet, and then you take it off. But, like, what's the difference if you're just, like, switching it on and off throughout the meal? If anything, I would think that would make it worse. Because then you're, like, pawing your mask, and you're... I don't know. Why is this even up for debate? I mean, Trump single-handedly ended Corona forever last week, or whenever it was. He showed that a 74-year-old fat man who lives off of fast food and Diet Coke can beat it in a single weekend with nothing but basic medicine and sheer stubborn willpower.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just, you know, these people, they don't get Trump. They think he's like, you know, some kind of like evil mastermind or something. He's not human like the rest of us. So while most of us got the message that Corona isn't something to be feared, for the liberals, unfortunately, it's like, you know, oh yeah, sure. I mean, the evil alien from outer space beat coronavirus, but what about us normal humans?
Right. No, I hear people talking about like, oh, well, he's a billionaire. He's the most powerful man in the world. He got all this special treatment. No, I mean, I'm sure he could have had it if he wanted it, but he's just a stubborn motherfucker. Like, I can imagine that they were trying to give him treatment, and he's just like, no, get that away from me. Don't stick any needles in me. Come on, I'm Donald Trump. Just give me another Big Mac.
Seriously, my dad caught coronavirus a few weeks ago, and he took the same medications that Donald Trump got. It wasn't any different, and he's definitely not a billionaire. So I don't know what these people are on about, but it's pretty wild.
Yeah, so, I mean, Corona, I guess, you know, we take it seriously, but it's beatable. If you get it, it's not the end of the world. But unfortunately, not everyone in Washington got the message. As the 99.7% survivable virus spread through the president's circle, CBS News White House correspondent and totally unbiased, nonpartisan journalist Ben Tracy took to Twitter to say that he felt safer reporting in North Korea than he does in our nation's capital. Why? Because he thinks President Trump is going to give him COVID.
Well, there's some unbiased journalism for you right there. I mean, I have to ask. I mean, this guy's so afraid. Doesn't he have a mask by now? I mean, this has been going on for like 10 months. Where's his mask?
Oh, I think he's been wearing one for years. The mask of an actual objective news reporter.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe if he feels safer in North Korea, he should see if they'll take him back. They love journalism and news reporting over there.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if old fat man over in North Korea starts recruiting from like our fake news forces. Like, it's almost like CNN and MSNBC and the New York Times, like they're like the minor leagues. Like that's why that's like when you're playing in Syracuse or whatever and you want to make it up to the bigs. Like they're doing a really good job. They're propagating propaganda really, really well, but they're not on like the Pravda level. They're not on the North Korea level yet, but I think some of them could get there. And if they just keep trying, keep lying, keep pushing that agenda, maybe one day they can actually go to Pyongyang.
Yep, fingers crossed they get their big break soon. Now, speaking of the pandemic and its political implications, famous communist sympathizer Jane Fonda has been quoted as saying that coronavirus is God's gift to the left because it could help Biden defeat Trump.
Ooh, feel the burn.
God. They're not even hiding it anymore. They're like, yep, this is a political ploy. Yeah.
It's insane, because, like, in one sentence, they'll say, 200,000 Americans have died from this. It's terrible. Take it seriously. There's a pile of dead bodies. And then the very next sentence, they'll be like, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. That's how we're going to win an election. Like, are you that evil, or are you saying that it's bullshit? Because either one, like... I don't know. Either way.
You can't have both.
Yeah.
You can't have both.
Yeah. I mean, either pick one or the other. Either you're evil or you're a lie. I don't know. Either way, old Hanoi Jane isn't entirely wrong, because it would probably take an act of God for her chosen candidate to win the election next month. And largely, even though apparently he's supposedly up in the polls, I just don't see him winning because Biden keeps going out in public and doing shit like this. So last Monday, good old Chomo Joe, he was at the Little Haiti Cultural Center in Miami, where for some reason he was watching a dance performance by a group of little girls. And as if that wasn't creepy and tone deaf enough, the potentially pedophilic presidential candidate opened up his mouth, addressed the crowd, and told these grade school aged dancers, and I'm just going to quote him directly. He said, "The good news is, for me, I'm here. The bad news for you is I'm coming back."
What the fuck? What? Is that a threat?
I can't even hold it together. And then he continued. He said, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, and I want to see these beautiful young ladies. I want to see them dancing when they're 4 years older, too.
What? So, what's the message supposed to be here? Vote for Joe, and maybe he'll be too busy to stalk your kids for the next 4 years?
Like, I mean, honestly, I feel like we predicted this. Like, didn't we make a joke about this creep going to dance recitals, like, a few weeks ago?
I don't know. It's hard to keep track when we've got 50 episodes in the archive. I mean, we make fun of this guy pretty much every week, but I just have to ask, I mean, who the hell in his campaign decided that little girl dance recital would be a good move with everything that's going on with him? Like, and then letting him speak at the little girl dance recital? Like, what happened to his handlers?
You might as well have him go into a screening of Cuties. Like, Oh, man. Anyway, it looks like we're getting a call on line 1.
All right, I've got it. Area code 405, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name's Dr. Larry in Oklahoma City, and I just wanted to call in and say it is nice to meet you.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Larry. You know, we've met like half a dozen times, so, not sure why you keep using that catchphrase on us.
Look. You don't need to worry about what Dr. Larry's saying or not saying, because I've been tuning into your show tonight, and boy, I can tell you've got way bigger worries than that. I mean, am I right? Are you worried?
Not particularly.
Uh-huh. Well, if you know me, and I hope you do, you know what I'm gonna say next, my friend. I'm gonna say it is time for you to say no to fear. You know why?
Honestly, Larry, I have no clue why, because obviously
I'm telling you that because I am officially inducting you into the No Worry Army. Doesn't that make everything feel all better?
Look, frankly, Larry, if I was actually having a problem right now, you'd be making me feel worse, I imagine.
Oh, come on, don't you get smart with me. You're the one with the mental health issues. I'm just trying to do my part to keep you off the funny farm.
Okay, what the hell are you even talking about?
What am I talking? Look, all right, look, you're making me put my psychoanalyst hat on, so I'm going to put you on my virtual couch. Are you laying down on the virtual couch?
God, no.
Oh, come on, relax now. It's all right. You know, you got to remember, I've been doing this on my own radio show for 20-odd years, so you're in good, capable hands, all right?
Are you actually turning our 50th episode into a goddamn self-help show of your own? Is that what's going on?
Now, I've been listening. I've been listening to your little moron war, you know, here and there for a little while now, and I can't help but notice that you two are really mean to old Joe Biden, aren't you? You know, I'd even, you're so mean to him, I'd go so far to say that you have a sick obsession with Joe Biden, because you're talking about him every single week.
Joe Biden?
Yeah, because you're always saying, there goes Joe Biden being old again. Look at him. He's a creepy old bastard, you know, just fondling children, just sniffing those hair follicles. Boy, he really is a senile old son of a bitch. Am I right? Is that what you say?
I mean, it's a political comedy show, so...
Well, look, all I know is I want to let you know just what is causing all of this obsession. And it's because you are afraid of your own mortality. Now, I heard you say today is a big, scary day for you. It's a big, scary birthday, isn't it?
What?
You said you're turning the big 5-0, and you are so worried that you're going to be a drooling, dementia-ridden, diaper-wearing, and I'm just going to say it, you're worried you're going to be a moron. So you're projecting your fear into hate for Joe Biden, and that is the root cause of your neurosis, and that's why you are a mental patient.
Okay, are you done?
Problem solved.
Dr. Larry, nobody on this show is turning 50. This is our 50th episode of the show.
What? 50? 50th episode.
Right.
Who the hell would give a program like this 50 goddamn episodes? Either they'll put anyone on the radio these days, or you're going to need another shrink. Because I tell you, you are crazy. You're crazy. Oh, man. I am out of here. My ass.
Rude.
Like, that guy's such an asshole. Like, I mean, I know he's had his little show in fucking Oklahoma or whatever for years, but he's just like, he's a hack. He's a broke-ass Dr. Phil. I'm gonna say it.
You're not wrong, but I swear to God, I'm just gonna say, he must be listening to our audio-only episodes, because there's no way he's watching our video streams and thought we were turning 50, is there?
I hope not. Like, I mean, do I need cosmetic surgery? I mean,
no, babe, no. God.
Anyway, let's we got a commercial this week. It's a new sponsor. This is a weird one, but you know, that's what we do.
Okay.
Ladies, are you tired of meeting men that you just can't keep locked down? You tried all the dating sites and those hookup apps, but all you really want's a partner, one that'll be with you for life. Just imagine a lover who won't bother you with annoying text messages or 2 a.m. drunk dials, but who will send you handwritten romantic letters every chance he gets. A man who never makes a mess around your house, never leaves the toilet seat up, and never even looks at another woman. But despite all that, he's still a total bad boy. This isn't some fantasy. This is Killer Connections. It's the only dating service that matches women like you with real life, well, lifers. Because no one appreciates you more than a lonely, lovelorn convict serving a life sentence with no possibility of parole. But don't take my word for it. Listen to this testimonial from a satisfied client.
Hi, I'm Angela from Cincinnati, and I'm in love with my killer connection. His name is Joe Bob Jacobson, and he's on death row in San Quentin. Sure, he used to dismember prostitutes back in the 90s, but now he's found Jesus and me, and next month we're getting married.
Are you ready for your own happy ever after? There are over 200,000 singles serving life sentences in the USA alone, and they can't wait to meet you. So visit killerconnections.com today and put your love life on lockdown.
All right, we're back.
Yikes, you weren't kidding when you said that sponsor was a little bit unusual.
Like, who is that for? Do they think that our audience is... I don't know. I don't want to... I mean, they gave us $100, so...
All right, well, moving on. Let's just try to get this thing back on track with another round of Florida or the Field.
Oh, yeah, another round of that. So you guys know the rules by now. So we've carefully curated 6 of the most outrageous headlines from last week's Moron news, and now it's time to play a little guessing game. Did this take place right here in fucked off Florida, or did it take place anywhere else on Earth?
And remember, I'm the reigning champion.
What is it? Come on, that's yesterday's papers. Come on. All right, whatever.
Play along in the comments. Let us know where you think these stories took place.
Yeah. All right, I'll start it off. So, first headline: drunk man has 13-year-old drive him to get ice cream.
Oh. I mean, I'm a little confused here. My first instinct is like, having a 13-year-old drive you to get alcohol? Wrong, but reasonable. Having a 13-year-old drive you to get ice cream? Wrong and completely unreasonable.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if that was the true story of why he did it. Basically, the background is this guy's been indicted on a charge of endangering a child and criminal neglect because, according to the police report, the police pulled over the vehicle for a traffic violation. The officer steps up to the window, and there's a 13-year-old girl behind the wheel. He still asks her for a license and proof of insurance, and she's like, I don't have that, I'm 13. So he says, hey, why are you driving? And without a beat, she goes, oh, I'm just driving my family member here to get ice cream because he's drunk. Like what a snitch, right?
Well, I mean, at least she's honest, Gotta be. I mean, they do say if you lie to the police, you make it worse for yourself. So, yeah, I'm assuming she got off the hook.
Well, at least they didn't beat her. Anyway, what do you think, Florida or the Field?
This has to be Florida. I'm gonna say Florida.
And you'd actually be wrong. This was Lubbock, Texas.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can picture that too. In fact, I think I saw it on a King of the Hill episode one time.
I was literally just picturing Bill Dotree. Sorry, Bill, but...
Come on, Bobby. I just want some ice cream.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I could still make this up. 2 out of 3 won't be bad, so no worries. But I got a good one here for you. So, my first story in the game is man arrested for battery after slapping his girlfriend with a piece of pizza.
Slapping her with a pizza?
Yep, a slice of pizza. So basically, deputies arrived on the scene and the victim told them that her 56-year-old boyfriend had smacked her in the face with a piece of pizza, which is what prompted her to call the authorities. Essentially, she was taking some things out to the trash, including a pizza box, which she thought was empty. Once she was nearly out the door, her boyfriend told her not to throw his things away and became extremely angry.
His things being a half-eaten pizza box.
Right. Well, she thought it was empty, but apparently not. Apparently it was his dinner, and, he was just going, oh, you need to stop throwing things away. Then she proceeded to, be like, whatever, screw you. Like, she threw the pizza box out anyways. And then, it all kind of hit the fan. He hit her in the face with a piece of pizza, and that's how we got to where we are today.
I mean, if he wanted his dinner so bad, why didn't he eat the pizza instead of beating her with the pizza? I mean, I don't know. Domestic violence, of course, isn't usually a laughing matter, but I think this one's hilarious. And they couldn't have done that much damage with the pizza. I mean, I don't think it was hot.
I don't know. Deputies say that when they made contact with the victim, she had grease, red sauce, and food toppings all over her face and chest, as well as in her hair. So,
all right. Well, based on that, I'm going to say that it's not Florida because it sounds like that pizza has a lot going on. Like, that sounds like a piece of Chicago pizza, where you can really, you have some heft there, you got plenty of tomato sauce, you can make a mess with it. This Florida pizza, it's like the New York stuff. It's too flimsy.
I feel you. Who would have thought that would have been the clincher for me? Yeah, you're actually wrong. This happened in Port Charlotte.
All right, well, screw them. All right, so we're both 0 for 1. Let's see if I can... I've got one here. It's actually another food-related assault item.
Really?
Yes.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, so here's the headline. Man arrested after milk debate turns violent.
Milk debate?
Yeah, the great milk debate. So, the victim and the suspect, 30-year-old man named Justin Garcia, they were arguing about which type of milk is better, almond milk or whole milk.
They do know there's more than just two types of milk now, right? I mean, this is 2020.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't even get started on, soy milk?
Oat milk.
Oat milk, yeah. I mean, they could have had a fatal 4-way, but it was just 1-on-1. So their argument turned physical when Garcia got mad at the victim for disagreeing with him. It doesn't say which milk he preferred, but it does say that he started punching him in the head, and he started swinging at him with a fucking pocket knife. And the victim, according to the arrest report, suffered bruises and got cut in the fucking face.
Wow. I'm really disappointed that they didn't say who was who. Now we'll never know whose milk won.
Right.
Tragic. This is so funny. And I remember seeing a headline about this too, and I scrolled past it for some reason. I'm really regretting that now because this could have been a game changer for me. This is a tough one. You know what? I know I was wrong when I said this last time, but I'm gonna go for it again. I'm gonna say Florida again. This sounds like Florida.
All right, you're right this time. Yeah, it's Lehigh Acres, Florida. I don't know. Maybe that's a farming community.
I've never heard of it. Apparently, they take their milk very seriously there. Maybe it's like a dairy town.
Yeah, I would have thought this would have been like Wisconsin or something. Either way, these guys are both wrong because everybody knows the best kind of milk is chocolate milk. That
damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
All right, let's see if I can even it up here.
All right, let's see. So my next headline is burglar falls asleep while attempting theft in an air-conditioned room, wakes up to cops arresting him.
Aren't most rooms air-conditioned?
No, because,
Oh, is this like a refrigerated room? Like a walk-in freezer or something?
So basically, I mean, it was just it was a air-conditioned room. It was like an air-conditioned room, but I mean, this is a 21-year-old. I guess he found it like very comfortable. So he just kind of fell asleep under the bed of the owner in the middle of the night.
What a fucking Generation Z thing to do. Like, you're trying to break into somebody's house or whatever, and you can't even finish your burglary because you're so goddamn comfortable you need to take a nap.
Right? It's like Goldilocks. It was like the temperature was just right. So he was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to crawl under the bed. They won't see me there, and I'll just get some Z's.
Yeah, Generation Z's.
The weirdest part is that he actually had done like a recon of the house. So he had like carefully observed the daily whereabouts of the residents, like where they kept their money, where they fell asleep, like everything. So he knew, it should have been an in and out job. But
he should have kept track of what they set the thermostat at.
I know, right? But his snoring gave him away. So the resident woke up and heard snoring coming from under his bed. And was like, what the fuck?
He fell asleep under his bed?
And so he tiptoed out of the room and then bolted out the door and called the cops, which was pretty hilarious.
This is like a cartoon. Okay. I'm just gonna have to use the fact that it's air conditioned as my clue, because everything in Florida is like blasting air conditioning. Like, I'm from the north originally. I'm from Michigan. It's a hell of a lot colder in Michigan than it is in Florida. It is not as cold anywhere in Michigan as it is inside of like a fucking Walmart in Florida, because they keep everything so frigid when you walk in. So I would think if this guy was from Florida, he'd be used to it, and it wouldn't be enough to, Rip Van Winkle his ass. So I'm going to say not Florida.
You know what? Good freaking point. You did get it right. I should have known that was going to give it away, but it was too funny not to put in the stack. This actually happened in India, which makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I bet it's a luxury over there.
Oh my god. I bet if you've never felt air conditioning over in India, that would knock me right out. So I can't even blame the guy.
Imagine if he had a toilet, too.
Oh god. He would have never left. He would have bolted the doors and been like, "You'll never take me alive."
Oh man! All right, I've got a story number 3 for you. This is a great headline. All right, woman on meth, armed with a knife and a fire extinguisher, causes $300,000 in damage to some condos.
Holy shit! What kind of knife was it?
Right? According to the sheriff's office, the 32-year-old woman chased a victim with a knife and a fire extinguisher before, oddly, pulling a fire alarm inside the condominium building. The fire alarm activated the overhead sprinklers, saturated the hallways of all 9 floors, yada, 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 $300,000 worth of damage.
Wow. Okay, so the knife actually didn't have anything to do with the $300K in damage, which makes more sense.
Right.
Just adds to the ambiance of the story. This could be anywhere,
I hope not. Jesus. Are there knife-wielding pyromaniacs? I guess she's not a pyromaniac. She's responsible. She's like, look, once I catch this bitch, I'm gonna set her on fire, but I'm gonna put everything else out.
Honestly, would you rather have BLM burning down your 9-story condominium, or would you rather have this woman high on meth hitting the fire extinguisher?
Right. Like, she was focused. Honestly, this was a mostly peaceful assault.
This was a victimless crime, except for the people who actually pay for it.
Except for the people who lived on those 9 stories of condos.
But nobody got hurt.
Right, yeah. They probably got some insurance money, right? They all got insurance.
Right. Yeah. Always gotta have that.
They came up like the people in Minneapolis.
Yikes. Okay. You know what? Here in Florida, we have a lot of drugs, and we do have some meth. We do, but we mostly have Cuban coffee. So I'm gonna go with not Florida on this one.
And that would be wrong. It was Fort Myers Beach.
Damn it. Oh, man, that sucks. I was really feeling confident about that one. Meth is normally not the drug of choice in Florida. Where in Florida was that again?
Fort Myers Beach. So that's like around here. It's like south of Tampa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If it was Miami, I would have been right, though.
Yeah.
I would have been right, because in Miami, that shit wouldn't fly.
It's a whole different story on the west coast of Florida. I'm just surprised that, I mean, I thought property values were better here. This is like a beachfront condo, 9 stories in Florida, and she only caused $250,000 worth of damage. You'd think she could have done worse.
Well, Fort Myers is large. I mean, there's no guarantee that it was a waterfront condo.
I suppose. Yeah, everything's a beach here. You know, there's like 50 different cities with beach in the name, and they're not all nice. And they're not all on a beach.
Exactly. All right, let's just hope that you get this last one wrong. Then we'll be tied, and I can live with that. And I've got a good one here for you, so buckle up. Here we go. Man in gorilla suit with machete forces apartment evacuation.
Okay, so he just like leveled up. Like he took the woman with the knife and the fire extinguisher, and he's like, "Check this out! I'm gonna put on a fucking Harambe suit and get a machete."
Going all in.
So why did they have to evacuate the apartment? Just because he's like running around freaking people out, or?
Basically, he prompted a police standoff, is what he did. Because the police were called to the apartments for reports of possible shots fired. And so they were getting some calls saying, hey, I think there's been some shots fired. Then they were getting other calls saying, hey, there's a man in a gorilla suit wielding a machete. And so they were kind of like putting 2 to 2 together, and they were like, this is not good. This is no.
I mean, hopefully they were shooting at the guy in the gorilla suit wielding the machete.
You would think, but actually, after evacuating the apartment buildings, they learned that the loud bangs were actually being caused by fireworks. So, as they were discovering this, they were also trying to talk to the man in the gorilla suit because he was talking about blowing up the building. And these were like intense negotiations. They were like,
this is amazing. This is the best story of the year. There's so much going on here. Like, it would be great.
I had to level up.
It would be great with just one of these elements. You know, a guy running around with a machete, especially Halloweentime, but then he throws on the gorilla suit. Like, you don't see enough gorilla suits these days. And fireworks. Jeez. This is so crazy that it just, I mean, a gorilla suit's pretty hot, though. It would be pretty miserable wearing that in Florida.
I mean, do you think an insane person really cares about temperature?
Maybe it was one of these mascots. Maybe it was Chuck Chicory. I'm going to say Florida. It's because it's just so crazy.
Hallelujah! Yes, you got it wrong.
Oh.
You almost got it right, but you got it wrong. Okay, this was in Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo, North Dakota. That's the last place I would have guessed.
Right?
Oh my god. Okay, that's... Well, I was right about the fucking heat thing. It's not that hot up there.
Yeah, see, I had to throw you off because I could see you putting the pieces together, and I was like, I gotta throw a wrench in this.
I just want to see a video of this one. This sounds awesome.
I know, right?
Anyway, the call-in line lit up again. They've at an 818 number, California.
Oh, okay. And it looks like he's been holding for a few minutes, so I'll go ahead and pick it up. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Dr. Felsmere. Rhymes with pap smear. And I'm calling in, of course, from Beverly Hills, California.
Okay, I can't believe you're still playing this game, but whatever.
What are you talking about? What game? What game am I playing?
Well, I feel like we tell you this every time, Doc, but your caller ID says you're in Chatsworth, and it's nothing wrong with Chatsworth. It's a perfectly fine city. We all know that's where your practice is, but it makes you look ridiculous when you call up.
Look, I will fucking own you for 3 generations if you keep talking about that. I seriously doubt that you can compete with my attorney. Like, I just wanted to call it.
You know what? Fine, whatever. What are you wanting to call about? What?
All right. So, sorry I got, a little heated, but, that last story you were talking about, that guy that looked like a gorilla, I really want to call because that reminds me of something that happened to me over the weekend. I thought maybe your audience, they'd get a kick out of this story. See, I was at this party on Friday night, just me, maybe 3-4 dozen other people, nothing major. Just having a few beverages, maybe some recreational pharmaceuticals, cozying up to a few hot babes, you know the deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I thought you guys weren't allowed to have gatherings out there in California. What was the governor putting all those COVID restrictions on you?
Come on, you're making me laugh here. I did Mayor Garcetti's nose job. I mean, you look at that guy. You look at Garcetti. You wouldn't even know he's Jewish because that's my work. So if you think I have to follow any rules around this town, I mean, you're kidding. I mean, anyway, let me get back to the story. So I'm lounging in the hot tub. I'm checking out the Lakers game. I'm watching it on one of the big screens outside, and I see the ugliest goddamn freak I've ever laid eyes on. I mean, this guy was covered in hair, head to toe. It was disgusting. I mean, picture an Armenian, like picture one of those Armenians, that hang out of the sauna. Can you picture that?
No, not really.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's got triple the hair than one of these fucking Armenian guys. He'd make one of those Armenians look like one of Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriends. That's how hairy this guy was.
Oh, Jesus, Dr. Felsmere, we get it. He was hairy. Big freaking deal.
No, you don't get it. I mean, this guy, he was completely covered in it. And then he's walking up to me, and I gotta tell you, I'm just grossed out. I mean, but you know my line of work. I'm a plastic surgeon. So I'm seeing this hairy freak, and I gotta admit it, I'm seeing dollar signs. So I call out to him, I'm like, hey, get over here. And I tell him, look here, buddy, you look like shit. And you got to come down to Felsmere Plastic Surgery and Laser Center, and I'll take care of you. and would you believe it? This guy, he got offended. He got offended at me.
I mean, I fucking say so. It's not really a surprise. I mean, you tell someone they're ugly and they don't like it.
It's not my fault. I'm trying to help him. It's not my fault he looked like a carnival freak. I mean, he looked like a fucking... You know what he looked like? He looked like a dog. and on top of that, his fucking outfit. So this guy, he was wearing a yellow basketball uniform. Like a whole basketball uniform. The top and the shorts. He even had a headband on. I mean, no style. I really think this guy was lost. I mean, this was a party in Beverly Hills.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you say he looked like a big, hairy dog and was wearing a basketball uniform?
Yeah. Let me think. It was, I want to say it was number 42 on the Beavers. Like who the hell are the Beavers? Are they like the Clippers or something, like the minor leagues?
Dr. Felsmere, that man was wearing a costume! He was dressed up like the Teen Wolf. Were you at a Halloween party?
A Halloween? You know what? Come to think of it, yeah, I think it was a Halloween party. Yeah.
And you saw a man in a werewolf suit, and it didn't occur to you that it might be a costume.
I mean, look. Maybe you don't understand this, but I am from Beverly Hills. I don't care if it's. Yeah, I don't care if it's a Halloween party. I don't care if it's a Christmas party. I don't care if it's a birthday party. I don't care if it's a goddamn swingers party. When you have $20,000 worth of cosmetic surgery on your face alone, that's the only costume that you need. I mean, Halloween's it's a holiday for ugly people. It's a holiday for poor people. I mean, it's the only night all year when it's socially acceptable, for people like you to wear a fucking bag over your head.
Wow. I'm just going to let that insult slide because I'm actually, I'm curious, okay? Were you the only person at this party not wearing a costume? Like, what the hell did you go as?
What was I? What did I go as? I'm Dr. Felsmere. You know, let's see, what was I wearing last Friday? Gee, I don't know. Maybe I was wearing a $500 Versace polo. You got any of those? Maybe I was wearing a $1,000 Balenciaga pants. Some Gucci loafers. I've got a Patek Philippe watch. You probably don't even know what that is. That's even better than a Rolex. And this is all because I am the greatest plastic surgeon in California. So my outfit, and any given day of the week, is probably worth more than your fucking car. My summer wardrobe, that could pay off your mortgage. So why the fuck? My summer wardrobe. Wait, you don't have a summer wardrobe?
No, can't say that I do.
Oh my God! I mean, this is what I get for talking to people in Florida. But I mean, the point is, why the fuck would I go to Party City and buy a goddamn pirate suit? Or should I get a clown suit? A clown outfit. I could look like you people.
You know what, Dr. Felsmere, this is ridiculous.
Anyway, I got a jet. But before I go, I do want to say congratulations. I hear that this is episode 50. You've got 50 episodes. Is that right?
Well, thank you, Dr. Felsmere. Yeah, you're correct.
All right. Well, as a friend of the show, I'd like to think I'm the best friend of the show. I would like to give you and Jay, and really anybody in the audience, I'm sure they could all use it. Anybody out there, use promo code I'm a Moron for $50 off a consultation at Felsmere Plastic Surgery and Laser Center. We all know you need it, but especially if you guys want to make it to 100 episodes. So come on down.
Oh, yeah, I'll get right on that. Let me just drive on out to Chatsworth and I'll come see you.
Beverly fucking Hills.
That Felsmere guy is really full of crap, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. If I ever find myself in Beverly Hills or Chatsworth or wherever the fuck he is, I've got some words for him. I tell you.
Damn right. It's kind of fun to mess with, though.
Yeah.
Anyways. You know what isn't full of crap? It's the New York City subway system.
Really?
Or at least...
Really?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
That's what the Metropolitan Transportation Authority board hopes to make a reality, as their board officially voted to ban pooping in subways and buses last month. So,
Last month! It took them until, September of 2020... to figure out that they don't want people sitting down and crapping in the back of the bus. Really?
A light bulb just went off. I mean, what can we say? Apparently, they first floated the poop ban back in April as an anti-coronavirus measure because, that's the only public safety hazard when it comes to human fecal matter is coronavirus. There aren't other communicable diseases that could occur. And then, what do you know? I mean, people actually did respond positively to the idea. They prefer that the train doesn't smell like a porta potty.
Maybe that's how the mask thing actually got started. Maybe it didn't have anything to do with the droplets or whatever. Maybe people just were tired of smelling shit every time they were taking the number 2. Anyway, since we're on the subject of pooping, and seriously, I think this is the 4th or 5th week in a row with the public defecation story. That's not our fault.
What is so hard for people to understand? Everyone across the nation, weren't we all potty trained?
Right.
Poop in a toilet. That's it.
Yeah.
Point blank. That's all. Why do we have to keep having these discussions? Why?
It's not our fault. Every week, our job is to cover the stupidest stories that we come across. So if somebody's taking a shit in public, we're going to have to talk about it. So don't blame us for talking about pooping in public every week. Blame America. And more specifically, blame New York and San Francisco, because...
Let's face it, they're 99% of these cases.
Yeah, but I've got one that's not. Michigan police are on the hunt for a loaf-pinching psychopath who took a dump. He took a dump in a box at a Myers. It's like a big box store. It's kind of like a Walmart. So he took a dump in a box. He sealed it up and he left it on a shelf with like the rest of the merchandise.
Well, was it labeled? Like, was he trying to get someone to buy it? Did it have a barcode? Like,
right. Like I thought Ryan Dunn was dead. You ever see that show that the guy from Jackass? He used to have that show where like you would do like a prank where you like put a whoopee cushion on somebody's seat and then they'd go and fuck your mom. And like he'd just be like, yeah, you prank called me, so I burned down your house. Like I feel like like the spirit of Ryan Dunn's behind this one.
Wow. Well, I just have to ask, like, how was this discovered? Like, did some poor unfortunate soul buy whatever item this was and like have to go to customer service and be like,
could you imagine?
I bought this box thinking it was an actual item and there was like feces in it.
Another hazard of wearing the COVID masks, because normally you'd smell that. I don't care what it's a box of. But actually, nobody tried to buy it. Thankfully, the store caught the bizarre prank on surveillance footage, and they removed the crate of crap before some unlucky shopper took it home.
Wow. So one, I'm a little surprised to find that this man actually did the deed, like, within plain sight in the store. He didn't take the box to the restroom. He didn't bring it from home. He just squatted down in aisle 9 and did this. Okay, odd. Two, I feel really bad for the person who's getting paid like $7 an hour who had to go and grab this off the shelf.
And I just want to know why. Like, I hope they catch this guy someday so I can find out. Because this is such a...
They didn't catch him?
No, he's on the run. There's like an APB out for this guy. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it at a Kmart or something. Well, if he did it at Kmart, it'd be safe for like 2 years. Nobody goes to Kmart. If he did it at Kmart, they wouldn't find it until liquidation.
Oh,
I didn't mean it like that. Oh,
that's
all right.
enough. No,
moving on.
Moving on. Now, if the cops ever do get their hands on the supermarket poop bandit, a couple of Oklahoma jail guards might have a punishment worthy of his crime. The two now former guards and their supervisor have been charged with misdemeanor counts of cruelty to a prisoner, as investigators say they forced at least 4 inmates at an Oklahoma County jail to listen to the children's song Baby Shark on repeat as a form of discipline.
I mean, to be fair, I bet it was pretty effective,
Damn right, I bet it was pretty effective. I mean, it might have driven the convicts insane, but I'm sure it got the message across.
Yeah, I mean, how's it might have driven them insane, but it's Baby Shark. I mean, how's anybody gonna get prison raped or shanked to Baby Shark?
Are you kidding me? It has quite a rhythm.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like stabby shark do 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 do, stabby shark do 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 do, stabby shark do 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 do. Now you're dead. Da, da, da. You could get into it. I mean, I don't think it would reduce stabbings at all. I think it would increase stabbings, quite frankly.
I stand corrected. All right.
You gotta get into the mind of a criminal. You gotta,
Yeah. Stabby Shark. All right. For our last story of the evening, we head out to Germany, where an amateur soccer team called SG Ripdorf may have recorded the most pathetic showing in the history of team sports. So this team, Ripdorf, they were scheduled to play against SV Holdenstadt, who had supposedly played against a player on another squad who tested positive for coronavirus like a week before the match. Now
hold on. So they played a bad game. How is that?
No,
it happens all the time.
This is not a bad game. This is next level. So just to give the full background, so every player on this Holdenstat team, they'd all tested negative for coronavirus. So they didn't have coronavirus, but these guys on Ripdorf, they were so scared to take any chances that they decided they were going to have a socially distancing soccer game.
Now, how the hell do you do that?
Well, let me tell you. So first they just tried to forfeit the match, but the league was like, "Look, if you do that, we're going to fine you €200." So they said, "Okay, we're going to get out on the field, but you are not going to get within 6 feet of us." So they only fielded 7 players instead of 11, and they spent the next 90 minutes running away from the ball.
I think they would have been better off paying the €200. I mean, it's not like that's a whole lot of money.
Could you imagine watching this game? They probably didn't have anybody in the crowd, but you flick on your TV and you watch the one team gets the ball, and then there's 7 guys just trying to get as far away from the ball as they can, and away from each other, and away from any of the other teams.
That actually sounds hilarious. I would love to watch that. It sounds like a Mr. Bean sketch or something.
Right? The final score in this soccer game was 37-0.
How the hell did they only lose by 37?
I mean, the other team must have sucked too. 37 goals. I mean, that's a hell of a lot in a soccer game. But I could just picture.
If I was the other team, I would have just taken all my players, put them in a semicircle around the goalpost, right? And I would have just gone from left to right. I would have been, you take a shot now, you take a shot now, you take a shot now, and they're just going to be over here doing whatever the hell they're doing on the other side of the field.
And the whole time I would have the PA guy play Benny Hill music. Just. Oh man, I mean, so that's why this is the most pathetic game. Oh, it actually, jeez, we're getting another call. I mean, it's the 50th episode. What do you think? Should we let it run late?
Oh yeah, what the hell? Why not? I'll pick it up. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
It's me. It's Vinny, baby. Coming to you live once again from my fabulous penthouse suite in amazing Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. Hey, guess who's over here with me, too? Guess who's with me? Ray Robinson, baby. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? We on the Morons. What's up?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, well, you rub the magic lamp, as they say, because you talked about sports, so here I am. I'm the sultan of the sports book. I'm the man that knows all, and I'm at your service once again. So let's talk some sports. Let's see, who wants some action on the NFL this week? Ray, what's on the board, baby?
Vinny, I thought you said you were done with football. Because the blacks, the Black Lives Matter. You see, the only way you watch the NFL is if the goddamn stadium caught on fire.
Look, I say a lot of things, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, where's the action, huh?
Don't you guys have your own show? I mean, why are you calling us to do this?
All right, that's it. You're over your time.
Hey, who the hell is that?
Who am I? I'm Penelope Cruxton from the network, and these are my airwaves, you foul-mouthed cretin.
Come on, man. We just called in. You know, we didn't get to plug our show.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to cut you short. The network kind of on the line.
That's a ripoff.
All right, what's going on here, Penelope? Because honestly, with all due respect, and I know you come from the network, but with all due respect, this is our 50th episode. We're not trying to end it with a fake news Frank segment.
Ha! No. That's why I'm here, you oblivious buffoon. I wanted to officially join your program tonight to celebrate episode number 50 properly.
I mean, Penelope, that's pretty out of character for you, but I guess
because 50 episodes in the can means the War on Morons has officially fulfilled its contract, and it most certainly will not
be renewed. So myself and everyone at the network are overcome with joy, because now we will never have to hear your Nazi radio ever again.
You can't do that!
Yeah, what do you mean, Nazi radio? If anybody's a fucking Nazi, it's you with your censorship and bullshit. Shut up! Shut up! Silence, you two! Before we wrap your show tonight, I'm going to give your audience the honor of choosing your replacements, so we can permanently have a better program in your time slot. Now, there's going to be a poll on the network website, so listen up, audience. Here is contestant number 1.
Hi, I'm Pam from Santa Cruz.
And I'm Sam from Boulder.
And you can tune in from wherever you are every Monday night to hear us on The Liberal Show.
It's the only show on the radio where we speak truth to fascism.
That's right, Sam. Every week we will give you the latest in progressive, genderqueer sex talk,
revolutionary discussions on critical race theory,
anti-capitalist counter-aggression,
and targeted meditations to take down the orange man with the power of holistic spellcraft.
So grab your children and join us, sisters, misters, and everyone in between, every Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, on the Free News Network.
Alright, you know what? This obviously has to be some kind of a joke.
Shut your mouth! Seriously. All right, audience. Open your filthy little ears back up for contestant number 2.
Listen up, citizens. Captain Hollywood here, cruising my beat on Sunset Boulevard, USA. And I'm here to introduce the brand new radio program that puts you in the shotgun seat as heroes like me clean up the streets.
Whoa, I'll take it from here, Captain. What's up, brah? I'm the SoCal Surfer, and when I'm not riding the waves, I'm cracking heads in the name of the law. So if you want to see us lick the asses of anti-maskers, misgenderers, MAGA hatters, and more naughty nasties, the Free News Network is the place to be. And if you're tuned into the new show, you can do your part to lay down the law. But if you're not, we'll know it, and we might just come after you.
So turn your radio dials to FNN every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock Pacific for Ride Along with the West Coast gang of good persons.
Really, Penelope? You want to replace us with the fake superheroes B-team of vigilante weirdos? Zip it! We have one more contestant.
Of course you do.
A wonderful program for the whole family. Here it is, contestant number 3.
Hey kids, it's 7 o'clock. Do you know what that means? It's almost ding dong time. Are you ready to go to ding dong land? Yeah! Okay, here we go. I'm gonna ding the door now, okay? I'm gonna ding it.
It's me, Dr. Ding Dong! And just like every Monday night, we're gonna play games with all the kiddos! But first, you better make sure your mommy and daddy can't hear the radio. Alright, are you somewhere safe, far away from mommy and daddy yet? No? How's about now? Forget it. You know what? I think we're just gonna have to save this one for next time. Very helpful.
But Dr. Ding Dong, you promised the kiddos we're gonna learn a special trick for Halloween.
Oh, we will, my fuzzy little friend. You know, we learn special tricks every single week here on the Dr. Ding Dong and Very Helpful Show. It's the only show on the radio where we speak truth to sanity.
Okay, that's good, Dr. Ding Dong. So what's the trick? Now, what you gotta be a little more patient than that, you little fuzzball. But tune in next Monday night, right here on the Free News Network, kiddos. And your old pal Dr. Ding Dong's gonna teach you how to make your very own pipe bomb. Halloween's gonna be a blast. We're gonna blow up Halloween.
Okay, like I don't know what you're like playing at here. I mean, the first two shows were fucking stupid, but I'm pretty sure that is not even legal.
We'll just let the audience be the judge of that.
What? Like, I mean, how does that even make any sense?
You know what, Jay? Don't even worry about that, because maybe the little puppets at the network weren't aware, but we weren't even planning on renewing that contract anyway. Should I tell her?
You know what? Honestly, do it. I don't care at this point. Do it.
All right, well, you know what, Penelope? You can have your little fun with your sick fucking kids show and your lame-ass superheroes and those soy-eating losers. I would say we want a spot in your little poll, too, but guess what? You can take your vote and shove it, because we don't need your network.
That's right, because we are in the running for the 6-star search with the Hameen Media Group. A much better network than fucking FNN, if you ask me.
Damn right.
Yeah, and if the fans, if everybody listening, if everybody watching right now, if you really like the War on Morons, if you want us to keep making content like this every week, go to Hameen Media Discussion Group on Facebook, or follow our link, because we're going to share it to facebook.com/waronmorons, and we're going to put it down below in the chat too, and vote for the War on Morons.
Well, good luck to you two. You'll certainly need it. Ta-ta!
All right, well, thank God she's gone, but we're not kidding, guys. We really need your help. We are one of 6 finalists, and we have to win this contest.
Don't let the War on Morons end. Help save this brand. Find us, Hameen Media Discussion Group. Vote for WOM.
We're not going to get naked for your votes, but vote anyways, please. And with that, we'll see you next week.
I hope so.
You better get down on your knees and pay. 1,000 more fools are being born.